At a little over 27 grand, the 2016 Volkswagen Polo GTI isn't just the GTI for those who can't afford a Golf GTI, it's a properly good thing in its own right. But we want to know how it's going to handle the track here at Sandown Raceway. One of the most competitively priced and well-specced light hot hatches on sale, the 2016 Polo GTI comes standard with a 6.5-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a rear view camera, halogen daytime running lights, and 17-inch alloy wheels. There's also a 6-speed manual transmission, tartan sport seats, a red-stripped honeycomb grille, plenty of GTI reminders, a neat rear wing, and dual chrome tip exhausts. It is a touch more expensive than CarAdvice favourite, the Ford Fiesta ST, but it's cheaper than the feisty Renault Clio RS200. Under the bonnet is a new turbocharged 1.8-litre four-cylinder, replacing the previous Polo GTI's twin-charged 1.4-litre. And if you go with the manual, you get 141 kilowatts of power and 320 Newton-meters of torque. The rest is standard baby hot hatch, 5 seats, a small boot, and reasonable levels of practicality. Enough of that though, let's go see how it handles the track. So brace yourself, because you're about to hear the letters GT and I quite a lot. It's 2016, and that means it's 10 years that I've owned my own Polo GTI. It's a scary thought actually, but it's 40 years since Volkswagen first launched the original Golf GTI. And while the Golf GTI has become bigger and heavier and more powerful over the years, it's the smaller, lighter Polo GTI that I reckon has become more like the original Golf GTI than the Golf GTI. Does that make sense? Let me give you a couple of examples. This is powered by a 1.8-litre four-cylinder engine. The original Golf GTI had a 1.6-litre. This is 1.6 metres wide. The original Golf GTI was 1.6 metres wide. You're seeing where I'm going with this. Admittedly, at a little over 1,230 kilograms, the Polo GTI is not a match for the original Golf GTI's featherweight 810 kilos, but the new Polo is still a significant 80-odd kilos lighter than a new Golf GTI. Performance-wise, there's not a lot in it between a new Polo GTI and a Golf GTI either. The Polo GTI claims 0 to 100 in 6.7 seconds, a new Golf GTI 6.5. While the optional 7-speed dual-clutch DSG automatic transmission does limit torque to 250 Newton-meters, if you go with the 6-speed manual, the Polo GTI is only 21 kilowatts and 30 Newton-meters off the pace of the 2-litre turbo in a new Golf GTI. So by the numbers, this should be a pretty agile, fun little thing. But you can probably see me moving in the seat a little bit. Again, you get these sport seats, but they're not super bucketed. And you also have to adjust the seat back position just a little bit, because the headrest does push a little bit on the helmet, which just means you have to alter your driving position just a touch. Underneath us, we've got 4 Bridgestone Potenza tyres. Up front, we've got Volkswagen's XDL extended electronic differential lock, which basically uses the stability control system to brake an inside wheel to reduce understeer. We've also got sport suspension, which is 10mm lower in the front and 15mm lower in the rear than on a standard Polo. There's a torsion beam rear axle, as in the previous Polo GTI, but new for 2016 is this sport mode and the button that accompanies it. Push the sport button and it stiffens up the suspension, it sharpens the throttle, adds a little bit more weight to the electromechanical steering, which is also new for 2016. And while it does give you that flexibility between normal mode and sport to add a bit of weight, it definitely lacks the same sort of feedback that you get in the older 2006 Polo GTI. Even with the sport suspension and the sport mode engaged, while it is a bit firmer that you can feel off the bumps, and it doesn't tend to pitch too much front to back, there's still quite a bit of roll, and that's where you feel that the tyres will start to push, tyres will start to spin up, just doesn't quite have the competency that you really want. It doesn't quite have the bite on turn-in or the lateral grip to kind of match the engine. While 1,200 kilos isn't exactly heavy, the brakes are definitely not loving the day as much as, say, this engine and gearbox, which are doing a great job. The gearbox is a little bit light and almost flimsy in its action. So again, you don't have a lot of connection or engagement with it. Again, hard on the brakes into turn one. And the only friend that the brakes have is the tires. And they're starting to get beyond their ideal heat range. But the biggest enemy of the brakes is actually this super punchy turbocharged 1.8. It's really flexible, and it means that there's loads of torque down from around 3.5. We're shifting at about 6.5. It revs to just shy of 7, but kind of not getting that much more acceleration beyond 6.5. But it's a punchy little car. Coming up the back straight here at Sandown, top of 4th, and we're still doing just shy, just touching 190 coming into turn 6, which isn't bad for a car that costs you less than 30 grand. But a few laps in, and it's pretty capable. It's holding up with some reasonably quick cars. It's doing a good job. It's a little dull. It's just a little uninspiring, to be honest. But to be fair, it's not a bad package at all. And for the comfort and practicality that you get on a daily basis, to come and do this sort of track day and to do it this well, is still pretty solid. The 2016 Volkswagen Polo GTI is fast, capable, and easily more premium feeling than any of its direct rivals. It might not be the ideal weekend racer, but if you're a fan of the original Golf GTI, the new Polo GTI might just be the one that surprises you.